TikTok Shop is one of the smartest things to happen on online shopping for a long time, and I mean that, like, not being sarcastic. Open the doors for regular, everyday people, not celebrities or influencers with management teams, just everyday users who find a product they like, post about it, and they can start to earn a commission. And for some people, that is actually life-changing. Wherever money moves fast and where there's commission to be made, there will always be people willing to sell absolutely anything if it means getting paid. So today I want to go through what I believe to be some of the scammiest products on TikTok Shop. But I'll tell you what isn't a scam: LED therapy. You know I love it, and just look at the proof here. These are all before and afters showing consistent use of the CurrentBody LED hair growth helmet. What you're seeing here is thicker looking hair, less visible thinning, and fuller coverage, which is exactly what this device is designed to target. You may have actually seen this in the background of some of my videos, like years ago, ages ago. I'll see if I can find it, if I can be bothered. But the reason I find this interesting is because a lot of hair growth products we see nowadays, serums, oils, shampoos, whilst aren't necessarily scams, like, I'm gonna be fair and say they aren't necessarily scams, mostly work on the surface of the scalp. So the product claims tend to be very misleading, shall we say? They can do some nice things. They can condition the hair, improve shine, sometimes support scalp health, but they don't actually reach the place where the hair growth starts, which is inside the follicle. And that's where devices like this come in. The CurrentBody LED hair growth helmet uses red light wavelengths between 620 and 660 nanometers, which are the ranges most commonly studied for hair growth support. That light penetrates deeper into the scalp and stimulates the cells around the follicle through something called photobiomodulation. In very simple terms, it helps energize the follicles and support the natural hair growth cycle. So over time, this can help encourage those follicles to stay in the growth phase longer, which means stronger and thicker looking hair. Another thing I like about this device is the full scalp coverage. A lot of LED hair devices concentrate light in one area, usually the crown, but this helmet has 120 LEDs evenly distributed across the entire scalp. So you're stimulating the whole head rather than just one section, which is great news for my hairline because, no, to be fair, I've been using LED hair things for a while and I feel like it's been keeping my hairline at bay when it really should. I'm nearly 40. It should be going a little bit further back, I feel, according to my genetics anyway. And according to independent clinical trials, consistent use for 10 minutes a day shows some really interesting results after 12 weeks. 123% faster hair growth rate, 72% reduction in hair shedding, and 26% increase in hair density, and overall stronger hair. But the key thing here, as I always say, is consistency. Like most hair treatments, this isn't an overnight thing, but an over a few months type of thing. And that's when you're going to start seeing visible improvements in density and fullness. If you want to check this out, I'll leave the link in the description down below. You can also use my discount code here and grab yourself a bargain. And if you do end up trying it, let me know your thoughts. In a few months' time, there's a few influencers I follow who love this and I've been using it for years, and their results really do speak for themselves. So I'll link everything down in the description box below, including that discount code. So thank you, CurrentBody, for sponsoring this segment of today's video. We have to start off with these peptide neck creams, but I'll show you a video for each product so you can see the product, what the people are claiming these products do, and the results.
Thank you to the girl on here who told me about this neck roller. Look at the difference already I'm seeing in my neck only after a month of use. It has these rollers, which are silicone, that brings the blood to the surface, and then it has the cream that is a firming peptide, and it is completely firming up my neck. Look at the difference. It deeply hydrates and erases those fine lines and wrinkles over time. You have to stay consistent. Tired of seeing the turkey neck, the sagging? Just give it time. Try this. I'm going to link it here in the orange shopping cart above my name.
So yes, these videos usually start with somebody like showing off their chin, like looking slightly horrified, or showing like an after picture, like a before picture. Then they're doing these upward strokes, like they're literally trying to iron themselves out, and then suddenly the jawline is snatched, as a lot of them say. It's lifted. The double chin is completely gone, apparently all because of one little squeezy tube of this peptide cream. But if we actually look at what's in many of these formulas, we have the acetyl hexapeptide 8, which you probably recognize the name of, ceramide MP and glycerin. And that's kind of really it. Well, that's the star lineup that they want you to notice. But the issue becomes very clear when you look at these ingredients and what they can actually do. Let's start off with glycerin because I love glycerin. It's a brilliant ingredient, one of the best humectants in skincare, helping your skin to hydrate itself, basically. It makes that nice gloopy texture in a lot of products that I really, really like, especially when it comes to hydrating my skin. Then we have ceramides, ceramide MP, amazing for barrier support, helping your skin feel healthier, stronger, less dry, helping to repair any damage, and helping your skin continue to lock everything in. Now, here's the not gimmicky one, but it's the acetyl hexapeptide 8. We have seen this marketed as the Botox-like peptide. Botox in a bottle. And I really despise this phrase, as you know. This peptide has some interesting cosmetic data around it, shall we say, softening the look of expression lines temporarily through surface level effects. It's not Botox, it's not injecting muscle relaxant into tissue, it's not going to stop your head from moving, also like lift everything, which doesn't make sense because that isn't what Botox does. Like if you injected Botox into a double chin, it's not going to lift it all up, you know? It's not gonna reconstruct a sagging jawline. And it's absolutely not gonna dissolve a double chin. Because what's a double chin? Fat distribution, maybe even bone structure sometimes, posture, skin laxity. A moisturizer cannot get rid of all that or rewrite any of that. If there was a moisturizer that genuinely did this, it would be the best-selling moisturizer in the whole world. So why are people falling for this particular product? Because this has sold a lot. And the commission is good, which means they must be making money from it. The main thing is, the main reason people think it works and we're getting these interesting before and afters, I personally think is because hydration, moisturization makes the skin look better. Moisturized skin can appear smoother. It's going to look plumper in a right way, tighter, and even just more reflective. And I know that sounds really weird, but the more reflective it is, the more even it looks, the less shadows and bumps and lumps and grooves you're going to see. If you apply a rich cream and massage that area, yes, it may temporarily look improved. This is not the same as lifting your neck. Maybe there's some lymphatic drainage going on there, quite possibly. I don't quite think this tool is cut out for that job, so I'm not going to talk about that side of it, to be honest with you. But that's like puffing a cushion and claiming you bought new furniture. Do you understand? So what is the scam here? It's not that peptides are useless. I always think peptides get a bad name. It's that brands take a perfectly fine, it looks fine, moisturizing cream, then market it as this facelift in a jar, and people buy it because of insecurities. We know that. That's how people have always sold to everyone. One of the main places you're going to see changes in when it comes to age is your neck. Like your neck, your hands. That's where, like, personally for me, I can feel this skin getting like older, you know? But as with all anti-aging products, the scam here is selling normal aging back to you as an emergency, as something that you need to fix. This product, as you can see, I'll put the pictures here, has been resold, relabeled, renamed time and time again. This is one of those Temu products that brands are buying, slapping their name on it, and you don't really know for a fact what is in this product. People are always saying what a good bargain this is, that it's selling cheap. It's cheap because it's cheap. It's not being discounted. It's a fake discount, you know? And as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, I love that people can now have TikTok shop as their full-time job. The issue is here is that they're not influencers who are held to a different standard, I would say, than these TikTok shop sellers. People know that these TikTok shop sellers are just trying to sell stuff. They are adverts. That's all they are. That's all they have become. There are some who are very trustworthy. There are a few that I follow because I like their recommendations, but the vast majority of these people will sell you shit on a stick and pretend that is the best thing that they've ever used. But there are also people who actually don't know a lot about skincare, which is very, very normal. So they are believing the brand's claims. I don't blame people for that, but to then pretend that they're seeing a before and after effect or saying it's their new favorite product or that they've been using it for years when they just haven't, it's just flat out lying. And that's where all these kind of like scam products gaining virality really come from. Moving on to a scam that's been around for a long time, and I really do think this product is a scam. These are Detox foot pads. These belong in a museum of some kind. If you were online in the 2000s, early 2000s, you've seen these before. They've never died. They just found a new app to be sold on and to trick people on. So let's look at a video, then we'll look at the claim.
This is day 1 of my husband's 15-day detox. I can't actually believe how disgusting these foot pads were this morning. We've seen them trending all over TikTok and decided to give them a go. They help release toxins out of the body, and they are deep cleaning and have natural ingredients. They have great reviews and are currently on offer. So click the Learn More button for more information.
So, the claim is you stick these pads on your feet overnight. A lot of people said it's given the most peaceful sleep of their life. You wake up, you remove them, then you see all this brown, disgusting stuff on the pad. And those are the toxins leaving your body. Except they're not. They're not at all. They are not pulling mysterious waste through the soles of your feet while you sleep. Like your body is some kind of like tea bag. That isn't what's happening here. It is simply not scientifically how detoxification works. No one's ever seen anything coming out of their feet, right? Like this. Your body already has a detox system. So when people are having these like detox drinks, these like detox smoothies, detox pads, it just doesn't make sense. Your body detoxes through the liver, kidneys, lungs, digestive system, skin to a small extent through sweat. Your feet are not some sort of magic emergency toxin exit, you know? Like it hasn't suddenly discovered a new way out and that's the best way to do it, by sticking pads on your feet. And what really annoyed me is Bethany Frankel. I don't think she's the best product reviewer anyway, to be honest with you, but she loved these. I thought she was cleverer than that. I don't like her as a reviewer. As a person, she's probably fine. But she believed these. She thought these were a real thing. And I actually commented being like, come on, Bethany, you're better than that. You know these are bullshit. But when you see somebody like that who's known for their quite brutally honest reviews, and you see somebody advertising like that thinking it's real, most people are going to believe them. So let's see what are actually in these pads. You usually have things like bamboo vinegar, wood vinegar, herbal powders, vitamin C, something called chitosan, which I've never heard of, and then just a load of like absorbent materials of sorts, right? And here's the trick, here's the magic here. Here is the actual scam. When these ingredients mix with moisture, sweat, and humidity overnight, they darken, they become wet, brown, sticky, and honestly pretty dramatic looking, quite convincing as gunk. But that gross brown patch is largely the pad reacting to moisture. That's it. Not your sins leaving the body. And I think this works mainly on TikTok because it gives visual proof. The visual proof sells. If a serum says you notice an improvement in 8 weeks' time, that's boring. You get, people want instant gratification. If a foot pad says, look at the toxins after 1 night of use, people feel like something's happened. They feel like they've done something good for their body, you know, even if like really nothing has really ever happened. To these, like, can they actually do anything? They can maybe make your feet feel a bit fresher, maybe absorb some sweat. If you do get really sweaty feet, this might be a nice idea to kind of like trap it somewhere, maybe deodorize a bit in one area of your foot. I mean, sure, maybe some of them as odor pads, you know, or comfort pads or something like that, but they definitely aren't this mystical toxin extractor that's suddenly going against science, bending the world of science and detoxing people through the feet. Okay, this is where I think I'm getting a little bit too nitpicky, but this kind of really rubbed me up the wrong way. Let me show you this advert first and then I'll tell you why I have an issue with it.
Medicube, so confident they've put it in their name. No cast, just glow, SPF 50 has just launched. A collagen glow sunscreen. It just melts into the skin. It's nice to wear on its own or under makeup. It doesn't peel. It's lightweight and non-greasy. It has collagen, peptides, niacinamide and hyaluronic acid. And it's suitable for all skin types, even acne prone. If you want to be the first to grab it and before it sells out, because it will, I'm going to link this down below, but you need to be quick.
Okay, so no offense to Medicube, but they know this is a stupid thing to market. Not the product. We love sunscreen, right? But the name. This is the kind of marketing that really annoys me. And this is something that Medicube themselves have become very, very good at, is marketing their products to people who don't necessarily know a lot about skincare, which again is fine, but not when you start taking the piss out of them, you know? They have launched a completely normal chemical sunscreen. And then right on the front and in all the advertising, they said no white cast. Like they've reinvented SPF. No white cast from a chemical sunscreen. Like, obviously the fuck not. Like, why would there be a white cast in chemical sunscreen? And to be clear, it's helpful when people know a sunscreen won't leave a visible cast. That matters, especially for darker skin tones, black skin, anybody who's avoided SPF because of like past bad experiences with brands like Pitts Bowen, for example. Clear, honest information is very, very useful. What I don't like is when a normal, expected feature gets like all dressed up as if it's some kind of special innovation just to sell the product. And I hate when brands treat consumers like idiots. White cast, for those who might be lost, a white cast is usually a concern with mineral sunscreens like zinc oxide or titanium dioxide, because those filters obviously leave visible residue on the skin. Because it's chalky, right? It's like chalky and white. This formula uses chemical filters only. It's not a mineral sunscreen with chemical boosters. It's not even that. It is purely chemical filters. So avoiding that chalky cast isn't revolutionary. It's not a revolutionary breakthrough in any way. It's what you get when you use chemical filters because they're sheer. And okay, like, let's be fair, maybe not everyone knows the difference between mineral and chemical sunscreens, and it is useful for shoppers to know whether a product leaves a white cast or not. I'm not arguing against clear communication, right? My shoulder really hurts. What I'm having a problem with is how it's being framed. If like the real goal is consumer education in the sense of like, this is the finish of the product, say transparent finish, blends into all skin tones, or simply explain the texture and finish. My issue is when brands present a standard characteristic of a formula as though it's a standout innovation designed to impress people who don't know better about skincare. Also, it speaks to a real issue for black skin, deeper skin tones, but using that issue to exaggerate what is essentially a standard sunscreen also feels a little bit manipulative. And this is what I'm finding TikTok marketing is doing right now. Not TikTok, it's not TikTok's fault, but the brands who are selling on TikTok Shop, this is what I find they're doing all the time. It takes the most standard feature imaginable, right? Gives it a dramatic kind of like headline and hopes that nobody looks too closely at the actual ingredients. Like, that's always been a thing in skincare, right? And in beauty and cosmetics in general. But I feel like now the influencer marketing and the affiliate marketing has just added a new level of extremeness to that. Am I being a little bit nitpicky there? Maybe, but it just really rubbed me the wrong way for some reason. No white cast, like there would never be a white cast on that anyway. Okay, this one's really annoying because not only is it taking advantage of I guess you could say current trend, but also people's deepest insecurities.
I stopped taking this stuff about 4 months ago because I couldn't justify the £250 a month and the side effects were awful, but I was convinced that I was going to lose all of my progress. I started taking these instead. They're meant to do a similar sort of thing, but they are significantly cheaper. They're the Cut Extreme by BioRevive. They do exactly what they say on the front. No surprises, just results. They basically work by boosting thermogenesis, so your body just burns more naturally doing your everyday stuff. Results with these have been just as consistent as they were with the pen, and I'm not having to pay £250 a month. So if you did want to check them out and try them out for yourself, I'll pop a link just down there.
Every few years, this product comes back, essentially in a different wig, in a different disguise. These are basically being called Ozempic tablets on TikTok Shop. BioRevive Cut Extreme Tablets is the name of the brand and the product. You know, because people know the name Ozempic and what it does, every appetite suppressant under the sun wants to be the natural Ozempic alternative. No. Let's look at the formula from this one, right? We have green tea, white kidney bean extract, L-tyrosine, caffeine, L-carnitine, orange pill powder, capsicum extract, black pepper extract, green coffee extract. Capsicum is just a pepper, right? For us in the UK, yeah. Guarana, chromium, and B vitamins. I don't know what they mean, but do you know what this looks like to me? Your good old-fashioned, old-school slimming pill, a stimulant blend, a rebranded version of what's been around for decades and decades. Now the word Ozempic on it. So let's go back and look at those ingredients. What can they actually do? So caffeine, that guarana, green tea, green coffee, oral stimulants. They're going to give you energy, alertness, maybe reduced appetite for some people, possibly the jitters for others. I used to take these caffeine tablets. These ones, I think they're called T25 and also Grenade, back when I worked in the fashion biz and wanted to be skinny. First of all, they didn't work. They just made me very jittery, very sweaty. but this is what these are. We have that capsicum, black pepper, often added for that thermogenic marketing. Usually means they want you to imagine your body's kind of like burning fat from within, like it heats up your body and you're meant to think you're burning fat that way. We have white kidney bean extract as well, commonly marketed as a carb blocker. Evidence is mixed and effects are not magic. I don't know too much about this. I'm not a nutritionist in any way, but it seems like from what the experts are saying, it's neither here nor there, but more neither, not there. Do you know what I mean? We have that chromium, often used in weight management supplements with pretty big claims that really have no evidence behind them whatsoever. B vitamins, classic label redecoration here, makes the supplement look nutritiously serious in some way, like you're almost taking like a multivitamin. Oh, it's got B vitamins in, that's good for you. Here is what it's not. It's not Ozempic. It's not semaglutide in any way. It's not mimicking a prescription GLP-1 medication in any comparable way whatsoever. Those drugs work through specific hormonal pathways affecting appetite regulation and other things. I don't know, blood sugar. It's not medication, right? A caffeine tablet with some herbs thrown in is nothing near the same thing. So it's scammy because it borrows the credibility and almost like this cultural awareness now of a medication to sell something entirely different. They're both linked to weight loss, but one actually makes people lose weight. The other one makes people hot and sweaty. So can these pills cause weight loss in any way? Possibly in some way, maybe stimulant diet pills. Historically, these pills have reduced appetite, increased energy, temporary, can help people with calorie deficit, but most of it is placebo-driven motivation. They're not, let me tell you, as somebody who took these, they're not worth it. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. They make you feel like shit for a week. You can't sleep for ages and that's it. And saying that, looking into some of the adverse reactions from these types of products, anxiety, palpitations, terrible for your digestive system, especially if you have IBS, and all round just feeling like shit. So no, this is not some kind of weight loss miracle shortcut that these TikTok sellers want you to believe it is in any way whatsoever. And no offense to these people either, but a lot of them are saying that they've been using them for a while now. They've lost so much weight. It takes a few videos to go back to like a month before. They've not lost any weight. Like they go from selling a toilet brush to a cupboard to a toolkit to appetite suppressants and they look the same. It's absolute bullshit. These products aren't popular by accident, right? They were essentially built for the platform, whether the brand did that on purpose or not. They all have three things TikTok loves. 1, immediate visuals. Brown detox pads, snatched door lines, dramatic reactions, fake before and afters. 2, big promises, like lift this neck, burn your fat overnight, right? Look younger in like a week. And 3, a fast purchase journey. You see the video, you panic, you're like, oh my God, that's for me, I need that. Click the basket and you buy it. I buy things on TikTok Shop. I bought baked goods on TikTok Shop, which I find not so weird, but then I see people selling raw meat. I'm like, why would anybody buy a steak from TikTok Shop? But and that speed is incredible when the product is good. When the product's actually good, when you are a legit brand with something good to sell. But it's dangerous and kind of annoying when the product is absolute crap. I'm not saying never buy from TikTok Shop. I buy from TikTok Shop. I really like it. I like it a lot, actually. But yeah, TikTok Shop isn't a scam itself. It's an amazing platform. And like any platform, it can build something brilliant or be used for crap. Some of the best products I've discovered recently come from TikTok Shop. I got a lip balm from this like small independent brand. Oh, where is it? Over there somewhere. That I absolutely love. And I would have never discovered this company if it wasn't for TikTok Shop. But mixed in with all of that is just these TikTok Shop sellers who are just relentless for a 50p commission. And it gets exhausting. But let me know in the comments, what is the scammiest product you've seen on TikTok Shop? Especially with all these AI kind of like ads coming in now. Some of them just don't make sense. I feel like I've only scratched the surface here. And if this video does well, I will be doing some more. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe and hopefully I will see you next time.